Welcome to Yoga with Pragati. Today we will be focusing on forward folds. Forward folds help in lengthening the spine. So basically one vertebra at a time you are going to expand the spine, and it also improves the blood circulation to your abdominal area. So it helps with digestion. So let's begin. Sit on a block or a blanket with your feet crossed in front of you. Your palms can be facing up or down, and close your eyes and let's just look at our breath. Just look inside yourself and take a look at how your breath feels right now. Let's take a few deep breaths in. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Couple more on your own. After the last exhale, you can gently open your eyes and let's begin. For the first one, grab your chair and go pretty close to the mat. Have a block close by in case you need it. So what we're going to do is go against the wall. Your hips are touching the wall and your feet are about 2.5 feet apart. Place the chair right in front of you and start going down. There's always a back bend in a forward fold. So whenever you forward fold, first you have to kind of make a concave back like this. So it's not about going down like that. It's about making a concave back and then going down. So you're trying to lengthen the spine as much as you can. So stand against, you can keep pushing with your hips against the wall and keep going, keep lengthening and keep going down as much as you can. If this is where you're comfortable, you can place a block and place your head on the block. But if you can go more down, having your feet a little bit away from the wall is going to help you go more down. But it's okay to have a block here and place your head on the block or the chair. Maybe your hands can reach your toes. The leg muscles are strong and your kneecaps are lifted. Take a few breaths here and just relax. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1 and release. Now you can place the chair on the side. Now we are going to go against the wall. So you're going to face the wall and stand pretty close to the wall. Again, the feet are about 2.5 feet apart, and you're going to place your hands on your hips and you're going to go down. So basically you're going to try to have your entire spine against the wall. The wall is straight, so it's going to help you make sure that your back is straight. You may feel like you're falling down, but you're not going to, because the wall is supporting you. and you're just going to hang here. This also is going to, you're going to feel some stretch in the hamstrings as well. If you want, you can hold your feet or touch the floor, whatever is comfortable. Just move your neck side to side. Release any tension in the neck that you may have. And keep holding this. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Push with both the hands firmly against the ground. Make sure you're stable and then come up gently. For the next one, if you have a folding chair, it's going to be helpful. But if you don't, then you can fold forward without the chair, but make sure you place blocks in front. So you're not going to try and go too low, but it's going to be standing more like this with your feet about shoulder width apart. So either you can do this, or if you have a chair which can fold, you can fold the chair, place it at your hip crease over here. Your feet are about shoulder width apart. Make sure your the top rung of the chair is firmly pushing against your hip crease. Make a concave back and start going down. Take your hands lower on the chair, or if you're on the blocks, place your hands on the blocks. Make sure they're firmly planted and flat on the blocks. On the chair, go down as much as you can. Once you feel like you've reached your maximum, you can release your neck and release your shoulders. Make sure there's no tension in your shoulders. Don't try to shrug your shoulders or pull your shoulders towards your ears. Just let them relax. And keep holding this. Make sure you're pushing firmly with the big toe on both the feet. And hold. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Come up gently. And you can place the chair, you can open up the chair, sit on the chair as you would regularly sit. Place your feet against the legs of your chair, and the feet are firmly planted into the ground. You're going to, if you can, we are going to go down and place our hand on the floor. But if reaching the floor is difficult, you can place a block and place your right hand on that floor or the block. And then you're going to twist towards the left side with your left hand on your hip. And if it is comfortable, maybe raise your left hand up, make a fist, and keep looking up. If this is not comfortable for your shoulder, you can place your hand on your waist, the left hand on your waist, and keep looking up towards the ceiling. Push firmly through both the feet and the right hand on the floor and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Come back to the center. Both the palms can rest on your thighs and just relax for a minute. And let's do the other side. So you're going to raise the left hand up, go down, place it on the block or the mat, twist towards the right. The right hand is either on your waist or maybe raise it up with a fist and keep looking up. The chest is pushing into the thighs. Chest, or rather the abdomen is pushing into the thighs. And hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. For the next one, if you have blocks or books, grab it and make the height maybe about 12 inches, I would say, and place it on the right side below your right foot. Extend the left foot out in front of you. If you have a wall that you can be against, that will be good. You can push with your left foot against the wall. Raise both the hands up and you're going to twist to the right. You're going to get your right shoulder as close to your your left shoulder as close to your right knee as possible. So your left hand is like parallel to that opposite foot and you're going to twist to the right. Keep pushing with your left heel into the ground and your right hand is pushing at the back of your chair, and keep holding. You should feel a deep twist in your abdomen or your waist, and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Let's do the other side. So place the blocks on your left side. The left foot is on the block, right foot in front. It's raised kind of, only the heel is touching the ground. You're going to raise your both the hands up and you're going to twist to the left. Get your right shoulder as close to your left knee as possible. And then twist to the left. Push the top of the chair with your left hand. Keep looking over your left shoulder. Right heel is firmly pushing into the ground. Make sure your head is not dropping, it's lifted, and keep holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. You can place the blocks aside. Place the chair in front of you. Stand about quite a distance from your chair. Basically, you are going to place your right leg about a feet away from the chair. You're going to bend the right leg and you're going to place your right elbow on the chair. Straighten the right standing leg. Push the left leg behind, almost like you're pushing it into an invisible wall. Keep looking in the front And if you feel stable enough, to feel stable you need to push firmly into the standing leg. Then maybe you can raise your left hand up and keep looking straight. This is Ardha Chandrasana or half moon pose. Hold. Make sure both the legs are straight. The right kneecap is lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your standing leg and come back. Let's do the other side. So get your left foot in front, bend your left foot, reach the chair with your left elbow, straighten the standing leg, look straight, keep pushing your right leg into an invisible wall behind you. If you feel stable enough, raise your right hand up and keep holding. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your standing leg, come back and release. Now turn the chair such that the back of the chair is in front of you and the chair is on one side of the mat. You're going to place your right leg in front. You may need to adjust the distance depending on your height, but about 2 feet away from the chair, you're going to bend the right leg, or maybe more actually, 3 feet away from the chair. Bend the right leg and keep going towards the chair. Raise the leg behind you. Extend your arms over the back of the chair. Push the left leg back. Standing leg is firm. This is Warrior 3 or Virabhadrasana 3. And keep holding. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your standing leg and come back. Let's do the other side. Stand firmly on your left leg. Bend it. Reach the chair. Then straighten the left leg. Push the right leg behind. Make sure your hips are square. Your hips are not like turned on to one side. They have to be parallel to the ceiling. That's what is going to give you the balance. If you turn them to one side, you're going to lose the balance. Right leg, the left leg is firmly pushing into the ground. Right leg extended back. Keep holding. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your left leg and come back. Now let's place the chair aside. Grab a blanket and fold it so that you get a thickness of about an inch to inch and a half. Place the folded side in front. You may want to grab your blocks or your books to raise the height from the floor. Stand on the blanket such that your heels are on the blanket and your feet are off the blanket. Your toes are off the blanket. So you're kind of like, it's almost like a heel, right? But it's firmly planted into the blanket. Hands on your hips. The feet are again shoulder width apart. Make like a concave back and start going down. Keep looking in the front. Place your hands on the block. Make sure your head is in line with the spine, it's not dropping down. You're pushing more into the balls of the feet than in the heels. Suck your stomach muscles in. Shoulders away from your ears. And keep pushing. And hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Push into the blocks and come up. Now stand, extend your legs parallel to the long length of your mat. So bend your knees and step and step. Place your blocks or book in front of you to raise the height to whatever height is comfortable for you. And hands on your hips. Make sure the toes are kind of turned in slightly. The heels are out, so it's very slight, but maybe like 10 degrees, but slightly the big toes are inside the toe, then the heels. Hands on your hips. Make a concave back and start going down. Place your hands on your blocks. Push firmly into the blocks. Make sure your back is parallel to the mat. Keep holding. Again, every pose should feel comfortable, so go down only as much as is comfortable for you. Kneecaps are lifted, leg muscles are strong. If it feels comfortable, maybe your hands can start walking back so that your hands are in line with your feet. This involves pulling in the stomach muscles. Maybe your hands can reach the feet. If not, you can stay at the previous position of pushing into the blocks. And keep folding towards the ground. Keep extending the spine so that the head comes as close to the ground as possible. Keep holding this. You can either hold your feet like this, or you can place your palms on the ground or on the blocks and keep pushing. And hold. Take some deep breaths in here and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Come up gently. For the next pose, stand with both the feet together, hands on your hips, and again you may want blocks in front of you to raise the ground up a little bit. So I'll show it sideways. Your hands on your hips, make a concave back and start folding forward. Keep looking in the front and keep extending. So it's not about how quickly you can go down. It's about extending the spine. So lengthening the spine. Inhale and keep lengthening the spine. Maybe you can grab your heels or your big toes. Try to push your chest as close to your thighs as possible. Maybe you can hold your big toes or your heels. You're pushing in the front, so make sure you're not like your hips are not behind your heels. The hips are on top of your heels so that this leg is making a right angle with the mat. Suck your stomach muscles in. Keep pushing your chest into your thighs and keep going down as much as you can. Make sure there's no tension in your neck or your shoulders, and keep holding. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push into the ground or the blocks and come up. Let's grab the chair again. Sit on the chair sideways such that the back of the chair is on your right side. Both the feet are together, the knees are together, and the feet are firmly pushing into the ground. Raise both the hands up and start going down to hold maybe the bottom edge of your chair, leg of your chair. With your right hand, push into the back of the chair. Twist. Suck your left side of the abdomen in and keep twisting to the right. Keep pushing into the right hand. Make sure the shins are perpendicular to the mat and keep holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Let's do the other side. So hands raised up. Inhale, start going down. Grab the lower part of your the chair's leg and keep twisting to the left. Keep pushing into the right hand to the back of your chair. Suck your right abdomen in and keep holding. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. One more pose on the chair. So place the chair, sit on the chair like you would normally sit, but just that you sit behind on the chair. Instead, come in the front of the chair as much as you can, almost like you're falling off the chair. Place both the legs in front. The feet are flexed, hands on your hips, concave back, and start going down towards your feet. Keep looking in the front. Inhale and lengthen the spine. Exhale, keep going down. Inhale, every time you inhale, you lengthen the spine. Exhale, you keep going down. Maybe your hands can hold the shins or your ankles. Keep going down as much as you can. Stomach muscles sucked in. And keep holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Push into the ground and come up. Let's do some seated poses now. For the first one, grab a blanket. The thickness is about an inch. Place it in the middle of the mat. It's a good idea to have your chair. So extend your legs on either side. It's like a split that you're making, but only as much as is comfortable for you. Sit erect and you're going to hold the lower legs of the chair. If you have a wooden flooring, it's going to help slide the chair in the front. Either the chair or the blocks, any one of them, but hold on to something and again make a concave back and start pushing that in front and see if you can go forward. Again, be gentle. Go down very slowly. Make sure the leg muscles are strong. The knees are pushing into the ground. Go down as much as is comfortable and you can just hold it there. So if this is comfortable, you can just place your head on the chair and just relax here. Or if you want to deepen it, you can keep pushing the chair. Maybe relax on your elbows. Maybe the head goes further down. If it does, then maybe you can grab your big toes and keep pushing forward. Maybe you can place a block in front and place your head on that block. And keep holding. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Come up gently. Now sit on the blanket and extend your right leg in front. The left foot is close to the right thigh, and look over your left knee and just extend your spine in this direction. Then maybe look in the middle and keep extending the spine this way. You may want to grab your strap. Now look over your right, look towards your right foot. Both the hands raised up. And again, you're going to make a concave back and start going lower. If going down lower than this is difficult, you could have a blanket here. It's basically important for your abdomen or your chest to push into something. So if your chest is not able to reach close to your thigh, you can place a blanket here and push into it. Maybe your hands can reach the foot. If not, you can hold the strap and keep pulling on the strap. And you're going to start folding forward as much as you can. Sucking in the stomach muscles definitely helps. And keep going forward Don't be in a hurry to place your head down. Keep extending your spine forward. And then release your head. And just relax here. Keep focusing on your breath. This is Janu Shirshasana. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and release. And let's do the other side. So left leg extended out in front, right foot into the left thigh. You may want to grab the strap, make a concave back and keep going lower. Make sure the right knee is pushing into the ground. You may need to adjust your blanket such that your left hip is more on the blanket than the right one, so that the right knee can go towards the floor. The left hip is on the blanket. And then make a concave back and start going forward. Again, you may want a blanket here between your chest and your thigh. Keep extending your spine in the front. Inhale and extend. Exhale and go down towards your feet. And keep going lower as much as you can. And in the end, you can release your neck. Make sure your shoulder muscles are relaxed. And keep holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and release and push off from the floor. And let's do the next pose. You can continue to sit on the blanket or not. If you want more cushioning, you can sit on the blanket. We'll do a pose called Navasana. So grab your strap or your scarf and make a big loop. You may need to adjust the loop. So we are going to place this right below the shoulders over here. And we're going to extend this strap in front. Place the other edge of the strap into your heels. And you're going to straighten your legs in the front. You may need to adjust the length of your strap so that you have a good tight wrap around you, between your heels and your back. And then you're going to straighten, make sure your knees are straightened. And once you find stability in this pose, see if you can get your hands off the belt. Keep pushing into the heels. You may need to adjust the length of the belt. And keep looking towards your toes in front. This is Navasana. Keep holding. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1 and release. For the next one, you can sit like this. So basically this pose, if both the legs are bent like this, it is called Virasana. But you're going to bend only your left leg. Don't sit on your knee. It may help to grab a blanket to have under your right hip. So that's going to relieve some stress on the left ankle. The right foot is extended in front. Hands on your hips make a concave back and start folding forward. Again, like the previous time, if you want, you can place a belt and hold it and go down that way and keep going down. It's about extending in the front and then going down as comfortably as you can. If you're able to reach your heel, maybe you can extend your right wrist in front and grab it with the left hand. Or if not, you can grab your heel. I'm just giving you one more option in case you want to go deeper. And place your head on your knee or wherever it reaches and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and release. And let's do the other side. Sorry, I just want to check the time. Okay. Let's do the other side. So the right leg is bent. Make sure the heel is not under your hip. You can grab a blanket to sit, to put it under your left hip and make a concave back and start going forward. If this is where you're comfortable, you can hold it here, or maybe you can go lower. Make sure your right hip is still pushing towards the blanket, or towards the mat, and keep pushing and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and release. For the next one, let's try a pose called Malasana. So if it is difficult for you to come it's basically a deep squat. So what helps is having a blanket and placing your heels on the blanket and placing your heels as close together as possible and then sitting erect. So if you can have your heels on the ground, then you don't need the blanket. But if you're not able to, then you may want the blanket. So you may want to explore what works best. And then make a namaste and sit like this. If this is difficult, like I said, you can have a blanket under your heels. Maybe you might want to try the bound pose. So you may want to grab a belt and then grab it with both the, so the way in which this happens is you're going to sit like this and you're going to take your forearms in front of your knees and then rotate them and try and grab them behind. This is a very deep stretch. If this is not comfortable, you can just be in the previous pose. This is called Malasana or the garland pose. And release. Push on the ground. For the next one, let's do one more twist. So you can sit on the floor and bend your left knee, extend your right foot in front. You may want to grab a blanket and place it under your right hip to raise yourself up a little bit. Raise both the hands up. And what you're going to do is grab the belt. That may help to get a bind. So you're going to raise both the hands up, and we're going to take this left hand and take it behind and see if you can grab that left hand with your right hand. If this is difficult, you can get a belt. Hold the belt, place the belt in your left hand, and then take it in front of that left knee, and then hold it like this with the belt. And then the lower you hold it, the lower you take this turn, it's going to be easier to hold because this area is smaller than this area. So try to go as low as possible and then twist and try and see if you can grab it with the hand or with the belt, and see if you can go towards your right knee and hold this. This is Marichi Asana. Hold. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Let's do the other side. So place a blanket under your left hip. Extend the left leg in front. Right knee is bent. Extend the right hand. Take it as low towards your foot as possible. Turn it. See if you can grab it with your left hand. And left hand, or you can use the belt, and start going towards your left knee. Suck your stomach muscles in and keep extending forward as much as you can. Hold the pose. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Since we have done so much of forward folding, let's do a restorative pose. So if you have a block or a book, you can grab that. Lie down on your back with your knees bent. Extend your spine and lay your head down. Now push into your legs, raise your hips up, and place this book or this blanket under your sacrum. You can either place it like at this height of about 3 inches or more. You may want to explore. If it is lower, it might be easier for you. You can decide. It's going right under the sacrum, and your hands by your sides. And you can just relax. Few more breaths here. And you can raise your hips again. Remove the block from the bottom. And you can extend your legs. You may want a bolster under your knees or a blanket under your head. Hands by your sides. Palms facing up. Close your eyes. and let's do Shavasana. So relax your feet, your legs, your hips, your stomach, your chest, shoulders, neck, your hands. Relax your face. Let your eyes roll back into their sockets. Let everything go and just surrender to this moment.